Hi and hello everyone. Welcome back once again to this tutorial series on data analysis expression, the DAX language. This is your facilitator and instructor Kumar Radha for this video on measures and demonstration of different measures within Power BI. So let's begin. In this video, we'll be discussing simple examples related to measures, minimum function, measures, what measures can't do, and calculate function to filter data as measure. So measures are less intuitive than calculated columns, but they are much more powerful. They are very dynamic, and it is calculated at runtime and summarizes the data or gives an aggregated value. The value is computed and it is stored as a view. So whenever you just close the file, it is just that view is deleted or it's like gone. But when you open it, it just calculates in runtime. Whereas calculate column do not refreshes when you just open the data or just unless you actually go for refresh the data. But measures are very dynamic and they are actually calculated at filter context. So like in calculated columns, you've seen that all the tables are not accessible. You have to use specific function to access other tables. Whereas measures, all the tables are accessible. You can select any table because it is calculated at filter context. And again, measures are also very specific to columnar data. So you get the values based on columns. They are an expression summarizing the data into single value, and this is one of the actually reasons why manual filters do not apply to measure. You cannot put a measure into manual filter to get selected because it gives you single value because it does the aggregation. It is computed at runtime. The final value is only stored as long as needed and then discarded. The trade-off is that you are using more CPU and less RAM. So this is one of the key features of measure. They use less RAM and more CPU. A measure is limited by filter context. You're not applying it to raw. Unlike raw context, which is only applied to raw. Filter context is about the whole report. In short, filter looks at data all at once minus what is being filtered out. So calculated columns, you can see that they are applied at raw level. All the data is extracted from raw, or all the calculations are done on raw level, whereas in the measure it is the filter context or it is the columnar context. So all the aggregations are done based on the columns rather than on the raw. Let's discuss this implicit and explicit filters. Implicit and explicit filters. Implicit filters, this is applied by customer's action or any filter applied by user action. So when you just put values into filter or the slicer available on the visualization pane, this is actually you are creating an implicit filter, and user can change that whenever he or she likes it. Or explicit filters are actually applied by text expression and it overrides the implicit filter. When you create a text filter, text expression to create explicit filter or the filter, it actually overrides any manual human filter that we just create. Let's see this in the form of example. For viewing of a measure, it's like a calculator like figure is shown there, so that shows that it is a measure. Let's click this and let's create a filter. I'm just creating a brand filtered measure. So is filter. Okay, before doing this, let me show you example calendar. Okay, is filtered. We can select any column. We are looking to create a filter based on brand. So let's select Now when I write, when you have written is filtered, you can see all the tables are coming here. Not only the product table, but the calendar, channel, geography, and all other tables are coming here. Okay. So in calculated column, we saw that it was not unless we used related or the other function of related table. Besides, now let's select product brand name because we want to create filter based on brand name, and just created that. And when we apply that filter, okay, so it shows true. Yep, that means these are all filters. But here in the total, it is showing false, that it shows that it is not a filtered value, or it is not a filtered. Also, implicit filter, these are the filters we created by DAX function, and this is a filter we created by just selecting the brand name. So you can see so when we go opposite direction from implicit filter to explicit filter, it does not apply. And if we try to actually brand filter, let's do this. Let's create another filter. Okay, and we try to put a brand filter that we actually brand filter, yep, into this. It does not take it. So you see, majors are not filterable, like they cannot be created as an explicit filter because they are actually doing aggregates, and therefore they are not being clearly uh, put into explicit filter. I've written the names implicit filter and explicit filters. These are the filters created by the user, and these are the filters created by the text expression. This is one of the examples that I show you. And an explicit filter overrides the implicit filter. So when explicit filter is selected, that is created by text filter, it overrides the implicit filter. Now I'll show you this in the form of example as well. But before that, let's discuss few simple examples. Total gross sales. We can create the total gross sales measure. Okay, what it does, if you're looking for total gross sales, we can quickly do this. We can select new measure. Okay, we name it total gross sales. To sum and the name of the column. Where is the name of the column? We are going to select sales amount, and it is done. So we can put this here if we like, and see the total gross sales too. That's exactly the same number over there. Okay, so you can see like they are calculated in runtime. So if I use total gross sales by product name, here it is actually by brand name. If we go about doing this by product, you can see that it's calculated almost very quickly. Now this is again by product name. Now you can see here these are calculated instantly. Just by putting it there, we just got the numbers and numbers are accurate. So it's so fast, so quick, so dynamic, and it does the aggregation so fast. And these are all refreshed numbers. Now let's do and find out the minimum sales price. Again, new measure, minimum sales price, minimum function. We're going to select the column name where we are looking to get the minimum. Let's take sales. We take sales amount. So this will give us the sales amount, minimum sales amount for that product. And let's apply this. Minimum sales price. Now I put it there, the minimum sales price, and I put the brand name there, so I get the minimum sales price by brand name. And or we can put product name there. So we got minimum sales price by product. So this is really dynamic and quick. You can feel that. Now we got the aggregates for the minimum price for all of them for product wise. Now measures can't do. We can't create measures. I just showed you. For example, let's create. These are the manual filter I've created. I just created the minimum sales price, and I put it there. It won't create any manual filter. But if I create a calculated column for minimum sales price or anything else, like this is the product name, I can create this. Now these filters are created, and this is where the major, you can call it a lacking side for major, is that manual filters are not created by majors. Now calculate function to filter data. Calculate is a very powerful function within majors. It does the overall evaluation, and the evaluation is done after all the calculation is done. So we can use it to apply filter after the calculation is done. For example, here we are creating average product unit price, and we are filtering the data based on brand name, that is Fabricum. So this is going to be the text filter, and it overrides any manual filter applied by the user. So let's see this. I've already created this filter, calculate average price product, and I've taken unit price for those product, and I'm filtering the data based on Fabricum. And when I hit enter, this is being calculated, and when I put this into this table. Now you see it is showing average price for Fabricum. by brand name. It is not filtering data according to brand name. It is only showing data of Fabricum, nothing else. So this filtering, now even if I selected a Fabricum or lightware or something else, this filter or this price is being shown. This is why, this is because this is done on column level. Majors are applied, majors do not expand the table horizontally, they are applied vertically, and this is being calculated vertically. I added this to the table, therefore it is presented here. But what majors calculate, all the calculations are done column wise. I hope you've got a better understanding of majors, the calculate functions within major, minimum function, simple major calculation, and how major is more powerful, what majors can't do. If you're looking to get connected, you can subscribe to my channel to get the latest updates. You can connect me by YouTube, by Medium, by my email address, by YouTube profile, as well as by Medium account. May you have any queries, feel free to get in touch. I'll definitely try to answer you as soon as possible. Enjoy. Thank you.